Does technology play a role in your business? I get that question all the time. What level of technology is involved or required when you're running a stock transfer agent, a media company, dealing with capital markets, public companies? You don't have to have the highest technology, and it doesn't have to be complex, and it doesn't have to be AI, which is the buzzword. It just has to have the basics. There was a company, it was a SPAC that my partner and I had invested in. We don't do that too often. Stock was at like $10 or something like that, and we needed a statement. So we reached out to the transfer agent, and they said that because the shares are held in a corporate name as opposed to an individual name, they said that they would need to mail the statement to us. They couldn't email it to us. I was like, really? We're in 2025 and you're telling me that you have to mail something? US Postal Service? There was no getting around it. This was their protocol, and they did, and they mailed it to us. Of course, it took like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I noticed that there was an error in the spelling. I asked them to correct it. They said we'd have to mail back to them our correspondence, and then of course to get the new version back, they would have to mail it back to us. So you're talking good couple weeks. Of course, the moral of the story is that the stock went from 10 to about $1 by the time we were able to do anything with it, because it took so long for the communication. Again, going back to the original question, in your business, I don't think you have to have the highest technology or complexity, but just the basics so that it streamlines the process, I think is super important, especially when you're dealing with shareholders and capital markets, IPOs. Let's make sure that the communication process is as simple as can be.